Prince Harry admits he is worried for William and Kate's children. The younger brother of Prince Harry, Prince William, and the younger brother of his niece and nephew are not close at all. Harry still thinks about the life he left behind and the roles that Princess Charlotte and Prince Louis will play in the future, even though he is no longer part of the royal family. In an interview with the Daily Telegraph in 2023 to promote his book, Spare, Harry said that he thought of himself as someone who likes to fix things and that he worried about other spares in his family. Welcome to Royal Pancakes. If you are new here, please don't forget to subscribe and click the notifications bell, so you don't miss any news about the British monarchy. He told them, "I know for sure that if it's not us, it will be someone else in my family. And William and I have talked about it a few times, and he has made it clear that I am not responsible for his kids. But I still feel responsible because I know that at least one of those 3 kids will end up being the spare, like me. That makes me feel bad and hurts." Harry wrote a lot about his childhood as the spare brother to his older brother William in his book. Sometimes, he talked about how he and William shared a room at Balmoral Castle in Scotland, where his family often spent the summers. James writes that William's side of the room was bigger and had a beautiful window looking down on the courtyard, the pond, and the bronze statue of a roe deer buck. I had a lot less space in my side of the room. Not as fancy. I didn't ask why. It didn't bother me. I also didn't need to ask, though. Willie was the heir and I was the spare. Willie was 2 years older than me. This wasn't just how the press talked about us, though that's what they did. Dad, Mom, and Grandpa used this as a shorthand a lot. Even Granny, he says next. It wasn't clear what the heir and the spare meant, but it wasn't judgmental either. I was the backup, the shadow, and the plan B. This world made me so that something could happen to Willie. I was asked to help out, be a distraction, or even come along as a spare part. Maybe the kidneys. Transfusion of blood. A bit of bone marrow. All of this was made very clear to me from the beginning of my life's journey and kept being reaffirmed after that. He also said, I was 20 when I first heard the story of what Pa is said to have said to Mummy on the day I was born, "Wonderful. I'm done with my work now that you've given me an heir and a spare." Something funny. Most likely. On the other hand, Pa was said to have left to meet his lady just minutes after this high-class joke. So. A lot of true words said in jest. There are rumors that Prince Harry is thinking about cancelling his trip to the UK next month because he is worried about safety. It was planned for the Duke of Sussex to give a speech at St Paul's Cathedral during his trip to the UK to celebrate the 10th anniversary of the Invictus Games. But since he lost his security case against the UK Home Office earlier this year and said he was worried about his safety, it looks like he might instead show up through a video link or a pre-recorded message. He lost in the High Court and now has to pay £1 million in legal fees. He is said to be appealing the ruling and to be extremely disappointed with the security plans for his trip to the UK. Whenever Harry goes to the UK, his trips are always based on how safe he is, a source told the Express. So that he can decide if he wants to go to the Invictus Games annual event, his security team has to make sure that St Paul's is well protected by the Metropolitan Police and that he is safe while he's in London. Harry wants to spend more time with his family in the UK, but he can't while there are questions about his security detail, the person said. The source also said that Harry was extremely disappointed with his protection. Because of this, he might stay in California and join the celebrations for the Invictus Games through a video link or a pre-recorded message.